So, hello YouTube! March update is here, and we've got some cool stuff and some kind of average stuff. As we'll see with the update, it's not that crazy this month, but of course we're heading towards the 20th anniversary, and that's when things are going to get good. So let's jump into the update now and see what we have for March. First off is this beauty. Are you kidding me? A Byakko mount? Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. I will be picking that up immediately when this launches. The other Tiger mount was one of my favorite mounts forever. I think I've used it before I got my my like dark chocobo. I used the Tiger mount all the time, so this is great. So this will be starting March 11th, so Friday, and ending in April. And let's see what else we've got. Your typical 10-point stuff. The shield is still here. That's the shield that looks like Iroha's costume from Rhapsody's Vana'diel. We've got generic 100-point items, some statues, and cosmetics for 300 points. Yeah, it's really just the Byakko is the star of the show here, which of course it would be. This is super new and super cool, and fan favorite for sure. The 1,000-point items are the Worn Sacks for the Skirmish Augment Stones. Could be helpful if you're recently back to the game and you need these and they're too expensive in the auction house. And 1,500 point are standard as well. Again, nothing much to say here other than we're getting the new Byakko mount. Looks great. Good job, SE. Next up is a survey regarding Final Fantasy XI. Will be held between March 7th and March 20th. So this is kind of time sensitive. You have 10 days as a recording of this video to pop into the website. So where did I get this from? So this is on the website. We are conducting a survey in preparation for the 20th anniversary on May 16th. Your responses will aid us in creating future content for the We Are Vana'diel website. So if you read through the questions, it's your character name or preferred character name, or preferred nickname, the world you're on, what you look like, your main job and your support job. They're really wanting you to describe like who you are in game. Tell us about your favorite NPC and why you chose them. Tell us about a memorable experience you had in Vana'diel. So this is like a survey about nostalgia for you and what your FF11 experience was like. They're saying it's for the We Are Vana'diel website, so it seems as though they're going to be making some kind of story, it's more story-like content. This isn't necessarily to drive in-game content. It's to just have people talk and reminisce, and then post snippets of that, I suppose. They don't say explicitly what they're going to do with it, but I'm sure the We Are Vana'diel website is very much like interviews and talking and people's opinions and things like that. So you, again, as it states up top, answers may be showcased in an article, video, or some other form of media on the We Are Vana'diel website. So potential to get your story out there. So like, for example, here's what would you say to an in-game friend you'd like to adventure with once more? And I gotta say, like, I'm not really the nostalgia type. I love this game. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but I'm playing it today. Like I was in a party last night with people farming items to sell for gil and then buy stuff with. Like this game is very much alive to me. But I do have memories of like people that I played with like years and years ago. And I'm like, I wonder where they are. I wonder where they're up to. So like this type of thing really strikes a chord with a wide chunk of the player base. You don't even have to be playing right now. This could be something that you could fill out that you're like just reminiscing about, what the game was like for you. Anyway, your favorite song and why it isn't the Sanctuary of Zita. And then here is one thing for like current players that I think could be very beneficial. In commemoration of FF11's 20th anniversary, what message would you like to relay to the development team? Honestly, posting in the forums, or I don't know. I don't really know how else you would talk to the developers of 11, and like kind of like expect it to be read. And this may be the higher level of success for getting your opinions read about the development to the development team. So honestly, all in all, this might be worth reading through. I mean, it stinks that all these things are required, but just to give a message to the devs of some sort about something that you are interested in changing. Anyway, I just think the success rate could be kind of high about getting your message read by the devs. That's all. Otherwise, fill this out if it's your kind of thing. Next up, we have campaigns. Great. I've got a little extra something special for the campaign talk through today, friends. So let's get into these and see what we have this month. And we start with the double simulacra segment campaign. The drop rate for simulacra segments and colonization and lares will be doubled for the duration of the campaign. This is overall not very important. Usually if you need simulacra in order to run skirmish content, they're available. They're on the auction house. This is outdated. However, here's a good one. Delve Campaign Plus. Delve will receive the following adjustments for the duration of the campaign. Defeating Delve monsters and clearing Delve will yield double the usual amount of Muoplasm. Very good. Muoplasm is used to buy items that are valuable and assist you in upgrading your relic gear. And I have a graphic for today. This campaign is a gil maker. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to make some extra gil, the Delve Campaign Plus is amazing. And in addition to that, it's very helpful if you're trying to make an Idris or an Epolatry. The Geo and Rune Fencer ultimate weapons. So definitely don't let this one slide. Very valuable. Next up, Surge Walk Campaign. All of Walk Echoes will become Surge Walks for the duration of the campaign. Use this opportunity to get valuable items as well as triple experience and capacity points. You get your Wind Buffet Belt +1. You get your Pixie Hairpin +1. There are a bunch of other items. Basically, this one is another gil maker. Yes, that's right. 2 excellent gil making campaigns this March. So just a real quick, basically the way you do this is you go into Walk of Echoes and everything has they're surged, which is like this increased drop rate of rare items, etc., etc. Pretty easy content too. So if you're a returning player, I would say you could probably you might want to jump in on this to try to pick up those items for gil. Next up, Adolin Dial Campaign. In other words, take up inventory campaign. A brand new dial will be added to the Goblin Mystery Box for the duration of the campaign. It's used once per Earth Day and provides a variety of rewards specific to Seekers of Adolin content, such as skirmish stones and air elixirs from Delve. Further, the chance of receiving equipment from the SP dial will be increased. I will say, this campaign has one kind of hidden aspect to it that some people are kind of adamant about. So honestly, the Adolin dials, they basically just fill your inventory full of like minorly valuable items. You know, sometimes you get skirmish stones +2, but you don't get a lot of them. It's not that great. Do it daily if you want to check it out, but you'll probably come to the same conclusion I have. However, this next line is the important part. Further, the chance of receiving equipment from the SP dial will be increased. Some people save their SP keys from other campaigns, and they choose to use them during this campaign specifically, because the most valuable items that come from the SP Gabi key box are equipment, Orpheus Sash, and EPAM Anotas, thanks. And so the most valuable items you can get from the box are equipment, and then the rarest items, the Omen Bodies. Now, there are other things you could get, like if Pandemonium keys and shards from Dynamis, which are valuable as well. So like in terms of gil, it's probably about even in terms of your chances. However, a lot of players are looking for the gear, so they save their keys for this campaign and then use them on the Goblin. That's that. It really doesn't apply to most people. Just wanted to point that out. Next thing we have is a Skirmish Frenzy campaign plus. This one I have a different graphic for this one. This is newbie. Pay attention. Skirmishes will undergo the following changes for the duration of the campaign. Personal treasure coffer ranks will increase much faster. The rate of... All right, I'm just going to summarize what this is all saying. You can have an easier chance of getting your skirmish gear during this campaign. Skirmish gear is useful for a lot of jobs, and most people need it. It's sort of like after Sparks gear is like one of the first things you might work on as a new player to the game. So yeah, so some of this gear is sort of your stepping stone after Sparks, and a good chunk of it is actually still useful into endgame, such as Phalanx gear for Rune Fencer. There's just a couple of pieces, so look into it a little bit further. If you could check out gear sets, again, newbie, pay attention. Check out gear sets for the jobs you're wanting to play, and you might find that there's skirmish gear in there that's going to be used at endgame or as stepping stones into your further endgame gear. Definitely, this might be one of the first things you're doing after getting 99, after going to Adeline and starting your kind of gear progression. So don't let that slip. Next up, Voidwatch campaign. Ding, 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 ding. Another guild maker. That's right. This is going to be a very busy month if you're trying to make money. If you're trying to hustle, this month has a lot to offer. All lights will start the maximum alignment values for the duration of the campaign. In other words, you go to a Voidwatch battle, you use a red cell and a blue cell, and you fight them repeatedly using your Void Stones. If you are a returning player and you played back in, say, Wings of the Goddess era, check your Voidstone stock. You probably have a ton of them, and you can make millions of gil during the Voidwatch campaign. There's guides and stuff out there for that, but don't ignore this one if you're trying to make some extra loot. Next up, Dark Matter Glyptics campaign. Interestingly, this doesn't say Dark Matter Campaign Plus. This says, but it says 12 times at no charge. Interesting. So that's the Dark Matter Plus amount. And I think I speculated, you could actually look back at my old videos, I think I speculated that this was going to be the new normal, because I believe they did this last time as well. But I don't remember what... Either they wrote this in the description and then gave us 6, or they had given us 12. I forget what the exact outcome of that. It's been a few months now. But either way, Dark Matter, this is... Endgame players know it. I have a video. Oh, I can actually link my own video in the card above to what Dark Matter does. It's going to be right above my head when this video goes live on YouTube. So, hey, click this link if you want to see how to use Dark Matter and what it's for at endgame. Next up, Dynamis Granules of Time. For the duration of the campaign, you automatically receive all types of Granules of Time on entering Dynamis. If you want to farm currencies in old school Dynamis, this is the campaign for you. It makes it so you don't have to run around like an idiot, and you can spend like 3 hours in there. Or whatever it is, like 2 hours and change, I forget. Next up, oh boy, is it what I think it is? Oh, it's not the plus version. Well, I'm going to go ahead and click it reluctantly. This is another Guildmaker campaign, the Statue Crusher campaign. Ah, man, I thought it was plus. We're just getting the NQ one? Well, they have before told us that we're getting the Statue Crusher campaign and then given us the plus version. During this campaign, players will earn additional rewards when besting statues in Dynamis D. The NQ version of this campaign, which is what this appears to be, you kill a statue, every player in the Alliance gets an ID card in their inventory. They're called ID cards, but think of them like Dynamis currencies from old school Dynamis. There's Dynamis Divergence Wave 1, 2, and 3. Each one drops a different card, but there are no statues in Wave 3, so this only affects Wave 1 and Wave 2. So if you full clear all the stats in Wave 1 and Wave 2, it's about 60 or so extra medals of each type or altogether. I don't remember exactly. Either way, it's probably worth about 1 million gil to every player in the Alliance. Just this campaign alone in terms of like free ID tags. So take that for what it is. If it's the plus version now, you can also drop shards and voids that are very valuable. When the plus version is active, I know my link shell tends to just do Wave 1 and 2 clears the whole time the thing is active. It's really valuable to the entire Alliance because it's personal drops. Last up, Hyper Chocobo digging campaign. The time to rest between digging will be decreased. This is like a meme category at this point. Anyway, Chocobo dig if you want to. That's that. Let's move on to the video from the devs and see what we have in store this month.
Hi, nice to see you again. The 20th anniversary day is approaching. We are very excited about it. We hope you will celebrate this memorable year with us. 欧米の皆さん、
this memorable year.
FF11 プロデューサーの松井です。
Hello everyone. こんにちは、ディレクターの藤戸です。3月の FF11 ダイジェストのお時間です。
Time for the March Digest.
今月の We Are Vanadil の
We interviewed Masato Kato,
クロノトリガーやゼノギアスなど多くのゲームで企画から
creative mind behind
演
games,
出までを手掛けたクリエイターの加藤正人さん
including Chrono Trigger and Xenogears.
はい。FF11 ではスタートから
And they worked on the main
ジラー
plot
の
of Rise of the Zillar.
を
Wow,
求められ
okay.
てさらに追加シナリオ3部作の、石の見る夢、戦慄、モグ祭りの夜、シャントット帝国の陰謀の、
Hey,
それぞれのシナリオを手掛けてくださいました。
これまで
thank you for the resub. I didn't quite see. Was that a gift sub? Thank you so much.
はい、それでは、今回のバージョンアップ情報についてお知らせしていきます。プレイした感想やフィードバックは
Please share any feedback on the official forums.
はい。
Okay.
はい、最初はアンバスケードです。今月は1章がアンティ家族、2章が受人族です。
New Ambu,
今
Antika.
回はどちらも、
Well, not New Ambu,
復
it's
刻のボスとなっております。
yeah, it's an old one.
2章の受人族戦はボスの
The Treant's mechanics and HP in Volume 2 have been eased. Interesting.
使いやすくなりました。
I think I remember that one bodying people way
内容は変わ
back.
らずお花見をコンセプトとしたバトルです。
日本でお花見というのは、春のおなじみの文化で、桜を見ながらお弁当を食べたり、
Oh, it's supposed to be the
お
cherry
酒を飲んだり
blossoms.
して楽しみます。このバトルにもそんな要素が盛り込まれております。
はい。食事効果をボスのチェレートで奪われることで、時々発生するお花見タイム中に敵に与えるダメージがアップします。ぜひ食事を用意して挑戦しましょう。
Oh, okay, Ari. I see now.
続いてモンスターの追加についてです。今回は
We're adding, okay, so they're adding monsters to Crawler's Nest, Shadow Rain. So, to be clear, this is master level, like exemplar point mobs.
これまでは入ることができなかった
These will be in the area behind the door that was previously
そ
sealed.
こに配置をされることになります。
We're gonna have to go check this out right after. Yeah, they'll be differently colored from existing monsters and should be easily distinguishable. Yeah, we're gonna go check this out after. Oh, and they are easier than either Promi or
ジ
Alzadal.
ョブポイント稼ぎの対象になるモンスターも配置されています。
新たな狩り場として活用してみてください。
New JP mobs as well? Huh.
はい、続いて植生のエンブリオについてです。
今月追加予定だったストーリー第7回後半は開発中に予想外の不具合が発生しました。
Oh, okay. So this is in terms of Racious Resurgence. We encountered an We encountered an unexpected issue with the second half of the battle, which was scheduled to be released this month. Wait, second half of part 7, sorry. To avoid any risks, we've decided to move this to April.
もう少しお時間をいただきますが、どうぞお楽しみにお待ちください。
It's slightly delayed.
今後のイベント情報についてです。
And we have information on an upcoming event.
ファイナルファンタジー
The XIV collab on March 22nd.
2017年以来とな
It
る
was last held in
久しぶりの開催で
2017.
初参加の方も多いの
Which
で
is
は
the
ないでしょう
XIV
か。
collab, friends?
オルゼアからスプリ
Oh,
ガンが
Spriggans.
ビールの世界にやってきます。
可愛い装備も複数手に入りますので、
The Spriggan
ぜひ
gear.
お楽しみください。それでは今回の FF11
That's all. We'll see you in the next one.
また次回のダイジェストでお会いしましょう。See you!
またねー。
Okay, very straightforward. As we knew this month wasn't going to be crazy. So I'm just going to read through the update notes here. Ambu, which we know of. Crawler's Nest Shadow Rain has been changed. The issue where... Okay, these are all just these like technical issues. You can read these for yourself if you're interested. That's a kind of interesting one. The issue with level syncing, where Beastmaster pets, Summoner avatars, spirits, and Puppet Master automatons would have their attributes grossly leveled down when syncing with a player who has master levels unlocked. Yikes. The issue wherein the Dragon Kick ability had a typo in the help text. The text erroneous... How long has Dragon Kick said 8-fold when it's supposed to be 2-fold? Hasn't it been like forever? Like since the ability released? This has been a typo since the ability released. And we obviously, if you've ever used Dragon Kick, you know it benefits from multi-procs. If it were 8-fold, it wouldn't, because it's the maximum amount of attacks you can have in an attack round. Well, I think 9 if you include a kick attack. This is funny, though. Switching storage systems via the Nomad Moogle will occasionally cause the game to crash. Yikes. Anyway, we're going to head on out to Crawler's Nest Shadow Rain and check out these crawlers before ending the video here. Oh. Oh, this is the door they were talking about, eh? Oh, look at it. It's... It looks like a caterpillar. Cruel Joke Works? Oh my gosh. You're kidding. Anyway, this is fun. Alright, YouTube. Peace out. Talk to you soon. Live stream. Twitch.tv/xiquetch. Good stuff. Catch you later.